All right. Hey, everyone.
Hey everyone, if you can hear us, just give us a thumbs up or
Yeah, we're
write in the comments.
let us know if we're live quite yet because there's a little bit of a delay.
Yeah.
If you guys don't mind giving this video a thumbs up, so we're going live.
Our dog doesn't like somebody at the door.
Oh my gosh, we're going live and someone's at the door.
Our dog doesn't like somebody at the door.
Hold on.
We got echo issues.
There we go. Now we're back here. Okay.
We haven't done this in a while,
We're
you
out of
guys.
practice, guys.
You haven't gone live in quite a while.
We're not doing that well. We need to up our game and practice some more. Okay, so it takes a little bit of time for this notice to go out. So if you guys could do us a huge favor and give this video a like, that will help more people get notified. I don't want to start right this second because then we'll get 100 people join in 2 minutes, and then it'll be like, have to repeat myself. So if you guys don't mind, especially if you guys could let us know where you're watching from, that would be really, really awesome.
Yeah, let me read down some of these. James Rordink from Wisconsin. Didi Diaz-Velez from Florida. Hey, Didi.
Phone not that long ago.
Catherine Jones. Hey, honey.
Yeah, she'll be here a little
Catherine's
bit.
always here.
I know.
We miss you too, honey. We missed you at the ice cream social last week.
I know. Your absence was duly noted.
Kathy Knighton from Utah. Hello.
And then Dave.
Renee's here. Renee's always here. Thanks for the support. We love you, Renee.
Yeah.
Didi.
And Dave.
James Horde. Steven, West Michigan. Steven. Finger red number 1. I don't know what that means.
I think that's an emoji. Did you hear me? I keep saying Dave's here.
Oh, hey, Dave.
Yeah.
Hey. Dave. Like, I hope you're not offended by us telling you a horror story in last week's video, buddy.
That was I'm glad you could make it, Dave.
And Dave's got his own YouTube channel. I don't know if he's still doing it, but.
I don't know either.
Yeah, we got day 1.
All right. Let me hop in here.
KA from South Florida.
Yeah, let us know where you guys are at right now.
Where you guys from, really, and give it a thumbs up, and YouTube will send out more notifications.
Yeah, it's already worked. We started with 60 people. Now we're
Walking Zombie. Hi, howdy, folks.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got Texas, we've got Michigan, we've got Florida, Minnesota.
Hey, Bill and Laura here.
Yay.
They just made a reservation and they're coming out for a whole month.
Missouri. I'm watching from my lazy boy. That's not what we meant, Charlie. That's not what we meant, and you know that. That's funny. That's really funny.
Hey, Lori J, South Carolina. James Boldazar, California. Sorry about that, man. Buckeye. Susan Miller. Hey, Susan. Buckeye, Arizona.
Yep.
Brian Schaefer.
All right, we're starting.
Denver, Colorado.
Oh.
Mercedes' hometown, Aurora, Colorado.
I'm so sad.
So sad what's happening to our home state.
They wrecked it. Yeah. They wrecked my home state. They wrecked my home state. It's so sad.
Hey, Carl's here. Hey, Carl.
Yay. Yeah, you're here.
Not just Trace.
Oh.
Audrey Rubino.
That's on my list.
Kadru Strickland.
Not just Trace.
Alabama. Cool. Bama.
Yeah, another Colorado, St. George. Amtaglamp, hey!
Amtaglamp is in the house.
The Hershey RV show. Good for you guys. Good for you guys.
Yeah, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming. John O'Reilly from Queens, New York. Amy Rush from Alabama.
Oh my gosh, do we have a Bostonian? Kirk,
where?
You shouldn't let people know that you're from Boston. Don't you know that?
Kirk, how's your mother? What time's supper?
We're in the South now. You don't let people know that you're a Yankee. They'll judge you.
I'm not a Yankee.
Totally
trust me, people from Boston don't like being called a Yankee. That's south of where we grew up.
You're gonna get judged. I'm just telling you. I'm just letting you know. Wow. So yeah, this got a lot more.
Yeah, and they're slowly rolling in.
Yeah, guys. Thanks for the thumbs up.
Sandra
that helps
Fox,
get the word out.
Richard Nix.
142 watching. We got 60 thumbs up. So come on, guys. Come on. Just hit.
If you haven't given it a thumbs up, give us a thumbs up. Al Pontiff, Waxhaw, North Carolina. Sandra Fox from Arizona. Hey. N.W. Young from New Zealand. Wow, cool.
I know. That's a lot of people. One of the reasons that we decided to go live, it's kind of been a while. I really like the live format of YouTube videos because it's a really awesome chance to not just talk with you guys, but I notice that you guys go on offshoot conversations with one another in the chat. And that's very entertaining. But the biggest thing that, okay, guys, I don't know how to say this the right way. So pardon the delivery, but I'm not right today. I'm in a lot of reflection with it being 9/11. I think the debate last night was a total debauchery. It was horrible.
It was
and I am struggling right now.
It was an ambush is what it was.
It was not when I think of a debate, I think of ideas and, really trying to get to the truth. And I get excited for the debate, right? Because good points are going to be made. But this didn't feel like an exciting exchange of ideas at all. This did not feel like that. So if you guys tell me what you're thinking, I cannot be the only one that's in a very, and today for me, I think 9/11 is always going to be a very reflective day. It's one of those days. Oh, hey guys.
Hey, Pat and Trina.
It's one of those days where there's deep reflection. It's a day of remembrance, probably akin to what earlier generations felt in Pearl Harbor. Like you'll always remember that day. You'll always remember that. Oh, it looks like a lot of you guys are chiming in on the debate. I don't see anyone saying it was a great debate or they felt.
I left early. I watched the first hour of it and I just went home with Seiji and just didn't want to watch anymore.
It was. You know what's weird about that though is like you do have to watch it for yourself to get your own opinions in my opinion, because if you rely on the sound bites,
is Missy and Rodney.
Oh, hey guys, they're in Louisiana. Cool. Yeah. Oh, I love the food in Louisiana. If you rely on the sound bites or rely on someone else to tell you how it went, it's not really a good you get what I mean? Like I think you need to watch it for yourself. Mm-hmm. I think it's part of our duty, not just voting, but also that's how we get informed. But it was difficult to watch.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I was in reflection most of the day too, just thinking about how much the United States, the world has changed in the last 23 years.
Yeah.
I think everybody here remembers exactly where they were and what was going on, just glued to the TV when this was going on. Mm-hmm. And I really, truly do believe in cognitive dissonance because I loved Bush W. Absolutely loved him. I swore to my kids he was the best president ever. And he was the president that passed the Patriot Act, which I believe now is ripping apart our country. Back when they were going to pass it, I was all for it, right? Because I was buying into the propaganda of it. And they passed that law with a lot of senators and House members saying, guys, if they ever turn this on us, it's just a horrendous effect on our rights, right? Yeah. As American citizens. And I think since that time, and it's been used already, they're already using it, which is sad. It's really, really sad. But the world hasn't been quite the same, and the politics in our country is so vile.
I agree with that. It changed. When you walk through a room and you can never go back to that same room, or like my mom says, you can never step into the same river twice, because even if you step in the exact same spot, the water that you stepped into isn't the same water. So it was one of those moments that you can never go backwards. You can never go back to the way things were pre 9/11.
And then and then for me, the last few years has been, almost waking up to, what I thought this country is to what it has become. And it's been extremely difficult on me. I've really taken it hard and I've had a hard time keeping my mouth shut. And I feel this responsibility that I got to try to help and save the country. And the fact is that this is in God's hands now.
That's an easy one to say, but a hard one to really.
A hard one to do. We had a guy come in at Thunder Canyon Campground. I'll leave him unnamed, but he came in, him and his wife, and they brought this absolutely beautiful painting of Jesus on the Mount of Olives. It's gorgeous. We placed it in the chapel on Sunday. And he brought this little plaque that said, "Thine will not mine be done," which is Luke. And
it was gorgeous.
It was gorgeous. And then, we don't really get much of a chance to go out and dine with people, but we wanted to go out and have dinner with him.
He's been here 3 times.
He's been here 3 times, and we found the time. We made the time to go out for dinner.
Yeah.
And then we made a big mistake, and that was to start talking about politics, and we did not agree.
So uncomfortable.
Now, here's a man that this painting has been in his family for generations.
And he gave us this
and he felt
painting.
Gorgeous, beautiful, looks so gorgeous in the chapel. And yet, I mean, Mercedes was uncomfortable. His wife was uncomfortable. Me and him are just bickering at each other about
indigestion for sure. It was so uncomfortable.
Yeah, and it really, this was a couple of nights ago, and it's really kind of bothered me a little bit. It's like, wow, but today has been filled with, if you guys are not at Thunder Canyon right now, Thunder Canyon weather is absolutely perfect. We're getting a nice 60-degree chill in the morning. It's getting up in the mid-70s. We got that nice breeze coming through. The leaves have started to fall. Mm-hmm. It's starting to become like heaven here in Ider, Alabama. It's absolutely gorgeous.
It was a perfect weather day.
Yeah, and we had a great day today. Mercedes and I, we were on the same page, after the debate last night. It didn't really bother me. I don't react now the way I used to react just even a few months ago. I trust that God's got this, and it's a lot of it's out of my control. All I can do is what I can do. But, the more I read the Bible, the more that I realize a lot of this stuff is of the flesh. I am not of this in this world. I'm just, I'm from a different place. And I believe that God's going to take care of us, and we're going to get through this. And the more I study the Bible, the more I realize that God is in ultimate control on this. And so I have to trust that everybody and everything that has happened was his will, because it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't his will.
That's so hard for me, because that doesn't change how I feel about, you know what I mean? Like, I understand what you're saying, but boy, does that not, it doesn't make me think that things were fair. It doesn't make me think that things are right. And then here's the rub. Even if I get my way in this election, if the person I want to win wins, I still don't think that's the solution. And that was the other thing that I felt watching this debate, is that neither of those candidates is going to save us. I do think one's going to be a lot better than the other for this nation and what I think we need. But the reality is, nope, they're human and they're failing. And I got to see those failings. I think they have truth on their side, and they still manage to fail.
Yeah. And I believe that the odds are against us. I don't think it's Republicans and Democrats. I think most of them are on the same team together, and it's us against the machine. It really, truly is. And we're up against it. If you couldn't see that, it was obvious to anybody that was watching that debate that it's almost like she knew the questions before she ever got them. With that said, she did much better than I ever thought she would, because she doesn't talk very much. But boy, did she have she looked like a professional attorney up there last night. And Trump did well against 3. So again, I've had this peace over me. I walked out of there. It didn't bother me. I didn't get upset. And I trust that this is going to end up exactly the way that God wants it to end up. Is it over for America? I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. But I know that that my Lord and Savior is going to take care of me as long as I continue to do his will the best I possibly can, and spread the message to other people. Give the hope of Christ to everyone I can.
Yeah. I mean, I hear what you're saying, John, but it doesn't make my heart hurt any less. Yeah. I mean, those words are the right words, but it doesn't make me feel any better about where this country's going.
Well, it's sad.
It is really sad. It's almost like a mourning or a loss of some sort, like like a death.
It's been a process. Oh, absolutely. 100%. Yeah. It's been a process of, I always thought this was the greatest, and the this and the that. Now, all these ideas and thoughts and beliefs that I had about America, and they've been blown up, completely blown up. It's not quite the place that
and that's where it's going.
Yes.
That's the thing, is that like the ship has already sailed, and it's going to that destination, whether I want to or not.
Yep.
Beth
Clauser's here. Hi, Beth.
Yeah.
Pup.
Looks like we're a little behind on comments.
We're way behind on comments, you guys.
I can't see the comments on here. So if you guys need to
Purple Angel 165, I appreciate the prayers. They have worked.
Yeah.
The prayers have worked.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Shabbat Shalom. Hey, Scott.
Biblical.
Yom Kippur on Biblical Conjunction Calendar. Yeah. Cool.
So We're 2 hours away from you too. That's great, but don't show up unannounced. We just had somebody show up and they never called and they're like, "Oh, I'm here to see the campground." We're like, "Sorry."
On a Sunday at dinner time, and they want a personal tour.
Yeah, and it's like,
what campground in America can you just show up when there's a security gate and just stroll around? We have a responsibility to the other campers in here
to keep that gate closed.
Keep it closed and keep them safe. I mean, not everybody who comes to visit us is very kind. Not most of them are, but not all of them.
Well, and I think the entitlement of like, well, I'm here, like I've arrived. Aren't you going to pull out the red carpet?
Hey, can I show up to your house and just knock on the door and say, "Hey, show me around"?
And I'm going to walk in your fridge and make me a sandwich. I'm going to make a sandwich. No, and it was funny because he's like, "Well, I drove an hour and a half, so that gives him the entitlement to come in here because he drove so far." But no, who told him to drive so far? And I don't know about you, but I remember the days where you let your fingers do the driving, the yellow pages, and you would
walking.
Yeah, let your fingers do the walking. You would call before you just show up to places. Well, apparently, this guy didn't think to do that, and he should have. It was really funny. He was.
His house.
So yeah,
portraits and calligraphy. All you guys hiding from bad people. Oh man. Whenever we stand up and say our beliefs, whether it's in God, family, or country, you guys wouldn't believe the hate that we get.
I've been thinking about doing a video where we share the worst of the worst comments, but I've been restraining myself because on one end, I'm like, oh, I don't want to give these guys the bandwidth. Mm-hmm. But on the other end, it is very entertaining. I mean, some of the comments are,
oh yeah.
I know they're meant to be insulting, but I find them funny.
Yeah. The biggest problem with Trump is Trump.
Yeah, I know.
But ultimately, there's no person coming to save us, you guys. There's no one coming to save us, no matter who gets selected or chosen.
It doesn't matter.
The next election, God is our savior. Jesus Christ is our savior. And that's where our hearts have to be. When I was all uptight and upset and reacting to these political things that were going on, hit jobs and all that other stuff, it used to drive me absolutely crazy. But I'm finding more and more peace and more of kind of a laughter at it.
It still drives you crazy.
It's still, not as much as it used to.
Don't act like you're
not as much as it used to.
Don't act like you're all Mr. Serene. Like it still makes you mad. I'm giving away. I'm sharing his secrets here. No, it still makes you mad. But I will say that you don't let it give you indigestion. You know, oh, Daniel Smith, thank you. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate it, man. And thanks for letting us know the sound is good.
Yeah. Yep.
You know.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Scott. We're not of this world. We're just stuck in it.
Yeah, that's a tricky one. Like inflation. Not sure what that. That's funny. Yes, will be better. I don't know about that. I don't know what you're doing here, Sam.
I'm a million miles away on the comments, you guys.
I'm not sure what you're doing here. Wait, scroll back up a little bit.
Back up.
Stop.
Got it.
Okay.
You take it.
Are we ever going to get back to non-biased, strictly RV videos? You know what? I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you.
All we can do is share our experience, you guys. Yeah. We had an absolute blast out RVing for the 3 years we did. We saw the most beautiful parts of this country, and America is beautiful. Met some of the kindest people we ever have. And then COVID hit.
Yeah.
And things got upside down and very uncomfortable. And things started to happen quickly that I had never imagined could happen in this country. Whether it was the censorship or the political persecutions that were going on. And I started to pray for discernment and ask for God to give my family a nice place to kind of pull up, right? And I didn't want to be out on the road just roaming around the country with nowhere to go, no home base.
So dangerous.
Yeah, and God bless us with Thunder Canyon. And since that, the last 3 years, we have shared that experience with you. We are not professional actors. We're not full-time RVing anymore like we were 3 years ago.
And I think it's kind of like telling a fish, don't talk about the water, but talk about fish subjects, or talk about the coral, but don't talk about the water. Does that make sense? So yeah, obviously we're inundated in RVs. I mean, we're in a campground. We're surrounded by RVs. RVs are on our minds all the time, but there's also, this is more of a life channel. And sometimes life takes turns And I'm sorry that they're not the turns you would have us take. But actually, I should take that back. I'm not sorry.
We gave our lives to God.
I'm not sorry.
Openly and publicly a long time ago. And guys, you know what would have been the easiest thing for us to do?
To shut up.
To keep our mouth shut, stick to RV videos, and kept doing what it would have been a lot more profitable. We've gotten crushed. We've lost more than 100,000 subscribers saying what we really believe. But you know what? Our obedience is one place and one place only. And what's interesting is they call it the wheat from the chaff. As the channel kind of shrinks a little bit, we're not making the money we were making.
As everything declines.
As everything declines, we are building an incredible community of people that love God, family, and country, and we're blessed.
And then when you're here, there's a certain people are so friendly, and I think it's because the channel has kind of filtered them out.
Yes, the wheat from the chaff.
You know, I think that filtration. I no longer want to be all things to all people. I no longer want to be that.
I agree, David. It's just people are just robots.
But that's the other thing that really surprised me too, is that we live in an echo chamber. And so it surprised me how entrenched people are and how far away from a common ground we are. You know,
look at this. There's Cheryl. She was just here. They were just here last week?
Yeah.
Had an absolute blast. We had them here. It was wonderful.
Oh, they're suffering from TCWS.
It's called TCWS.
It's an actual medical condition. We should have advised you that you can get TCWS. Stays at Thunder Canyon are usually followed by a bit of TCWS. It is Thunder Canyon withdrawal syndrome. And symptoms include sadness, longing for community.
Stacy can tell you about that.
Yeah, and so can Bill and Laura. They're here. They're the ones that made the term, you know. It's so true. We used to have the same problem in our farm, gates and all. Oh, we're talking about the farm now. Okay, William needs help. What RV dealerships are good near LA?
Just pick a small mom and pop. Do your research. I don't like many. There's maybe 5% of them are any good, but you want to find a dealership where it's usually a mom and pop. They're small and they stand behind the service, right? So they want to be able to, when your RV breaks, because it will, you want them to stand behind service. And the best way to do that is to do your research. Look for anybody above a certain rating. Go in and read all the comments.
And look at the service reviews, not just the sales reviews, because it feels good to buy an RV, but how does it feel when your RV is broken? That's where you'll get a real test for how that company treats their people. Oh yeah, if you guys could please do some thumbs up, that would help.
Yeah, if you haven't given us a thumbs up, give us a thumbs up.
The best way to handle someone that is trying to insult you is to laugh hysterically and walk away talking to yourself. Well, but do you reply back?
That's Bob Mueller.
Yeah, I know who that is. That's so funny. Making plans for an Easter visit. Actually, you know what?
Easter's going to be amazing this year.
We're going to do another 40 and 40. Yep. And we have a lot of people planning on Easter. I think Easter is kind of one of our cornerstone events. Yep. Easter is we do Easter right here.
Yep. We actually sold the campground for the very first time.
Yeah, it was wild.
Last Easter, it was the grand opening of God's house. And Mercedes and I got some rest for a month. We came back, and then we actually got back on, what was the date that we got back and we did our first service there? What do they call that? And we started. Anyways, we've been doing a service every Sunday at 10 o'clock in the morning in the chapel. God, since we started studying Acts in the Bible.
What's the thing that is? It's 50.
When the Holy Spirit, 49 Pentecost.
Yeah.
We ended up
being a good learning.
Yeah, there was, and just like God always does, He sent the right people at the right time. We had this pastor come in and say, "Hey, do you mind if I give a service?" We said, "No, please do, please do."
It was great. It was a 10-minute talk.
It was perfect.
We don't do like full-on services where you listen to someone talk at you for 45 minutes. We sit in the circle and we all talk. It's awesome.
Hey, Dan, I'm sorry about that, but we have no power control over the ads,
and they're probably targeting you intentionally. And so, but look at the positive side. We're monetizing the left right now, so you keep watching those ads and remember that we get to monetize the left. That's at least they're good for that. So I don't know. Oh wow, Richard Nix,
thank you, Richard. Appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, well, an important message.
Thank you, Johanna.
Yeah, thank you guys. We appreciate that. Yeah, hang around and get some good influence. You know what? That's the
Ferocious are in the house.
Well, thank you for not leaving. We haven't scared them away. That's funny.
And the other thing that's super cool now is we've got a whole bunch of families that are coming here to live here full time. Natalie Berkshire is one of them.
Cool.
And everybody, the community's actually starting. You know, we got all these little things we're doing. The campground looks pristine and perfect, and it's starting really to get mature. And it's pretty. Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous, really, and we're super excited to see where God brings us.
Yeah, the best part is the community. We watched the debate together as a group. We all went into the hall.
We all met over at the fellowship hall and watched the debate last night.
Popcorn and some cookies.
I walked out after an hour,
which I kind of am surprised, because on one end you feel a responsibility to be informed, but on the other end you just couldn't. So I don't know. It was hard. It was hard to watch.
I agree 100%, Don Anthony. God, family, country, better days are coming. Yeah, remember, we already won. We won when he died on the cross. We won. It's not we're going to win in the end. You know, a lot of people say, well, in the end, we're going to win. I used to say that. We've already won. And now it's just a matter of keeping your mind renewed every day and focusing on him and not this crazy world.
Yeah, I definitely hear what you're saying when you say we already won, but boy, it doesn't feel like it's scary. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, which is really funny because normally I'm not.
Yeah, but you've kind of recently woke up. I mean, I've known this has been. I've been telling you this stuff was coming our way for 5 years, 10 years. Agreed. And you just thought I was out of my mind. I was a conspiracy theorist.
You're still out of your mind.
Well, conspiracy theories, if you haven't heard, guys, they come true a lot now.
Apparently this decade they come true.
But yeah, my wife, is on board 100%.
I don't know about 100%.
Well, 99.
I don't know about 100%. But I'm definitely
world is wild. Good people need good places that they can go. That's what this place is for. Chucky's in the house. Chuck McCrovey. So hello, all. Hope all is well.
It was so funny. Oh, you missed this because you missed the debate. So there was a killer wasp, like a killer wasp bee. And so somehow somebody got a hold of the wasp spray. I didn't tell them where it was, but I left them unattended for a little while. So there's this big thing like from the ceiling coming down, and I'm thinking we got this leak, and it's the wasp spray because they couldn't get the wasp. And so Chuck is like, I'm just looking for a new rule. Because the thing about Chuck is every time he arrives here, we find a new rule that we need to add. Because he finds something that we think, no, we don't have to tell people that's not allowed. He finds a way to do it, and we add a rule. So now we need a wasp. It was wild. I guess that they're called killer.
I don't know.
No, they're called killer bees.
Killer bees.
There's and they're huge.
Oh, I think I know what the ones you're talking about.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So there's Jersey Joe. Joe's here. I think he's leaving this Sunday. We're going to miss Joe. Joe's been here I think 5 or 6 months or something.
It's kind of sad that it's really kind of sad that he's leaving.
Thine will, not ours be done, man. I'm not too worried about it that much. And all I can do is what I can do. That's it. Mm-hmm. God's will be done.
Mm-hmm. So are visitors allowed to camp at Thunder Canyon for a weekend? Click this one. So,
okay, let's highlight it.
So yes, you are allowed. We have a website, and you can make a reservation on that website. And if you're a member, the price is lower. But if you're not a member, and maybe you don't know if you want to even become a member, type in guest. When you put in your member ID, put in guest, and come for the weekend and try it out. That's the best way to.
Yep. You'll pay the full price, anywhere from $45 to $75, depending on the time and the site that you pick. Mm-hmm. But we'd love for you to all come out.
Yeah, and the weekend's and a good visit way us. To test it.
Members get 25% off, which is really good. So if you're going to come for more than 3 days, just buy the $97 membership, because then you can make unlimited reservations the whole year long.
But if you're not sure, then just pay extra and do a weekend. And then
come for a weekend, hang out.
Yeah. Okay, there was another one.
What?
There was a good one.
Up or down?
I don't remember. Go up just a little bit slow.
This one?
Yeah, that one was interesting.
Who ministers the chapel on Sunday?
Well, that's the other thing too.
The Holy Spirit.
Yeah, we don't have a real hierarchy. Actually, you know who ministered me last weekend was a 12-year-old girl. Since we sit in a circle, I don't want to give her name just for her privacy, but she was just a total sweetheart. She shared. It was one of those out of the mouths of babes moments. She had all the adults there like, you know, and she was just sharing honestly. It wasn't anything too wild. She just was so real. And so we intentionally sit our chairs in a circle.
We do a big circle in the chapel. We usually, someone will talk about something for 5 or 10 minutes and pick a verse from the Bible or something to discuss. And then we try to get everybody to say what they think of that verse or tell us a little bit about themselves. And it's actually amazing what happens. And we're getting better and better and better at it. We've got music that we play now on a sound system. We've got a full big old screen TV up there
really cool.
where we can sing together and say the words. And we're trusting that the right people are going to come at the right time. And since we opened it, we've had, I think, 7 or 8 different pastors. They show up and they're like, we're a pastor. Okay, you want to do a service? And we let them do it. But we say, it's don't like preach
5,
at us.
10 minutes.
You got 5 or 10 minutes. Get us going and get the group to start sharing their experiences with the Lord and the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, it was way better that way. Where are you guys? I'm not telling you that. No.
We're in northern Alabama in the southern Appalachians.
Quiet. I don't like that. Okay. We enjoyed meeting you guys. Oh,
this is Dennis. Hey, man, we enjoyed meeting you too, man.
Yeah. Oh, love living here. Yeah, this is a place, and then
especially this time of year, huh, Natalie? It is heaven.
It's perfection.
Oh, it's so quiet out here.
It's perfection.
Small town America. Population here is 600. Everybody waves at each other. They're kind to each other. You sneeze in the local grocery store, you get symphony. God bless yous from all over the store. They open their meetings, whether it's the mayor or the town hall meetings, they open with a prayer followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. It's the first time I ever went to one. I started to cry because it just felt like it did when I was a little kid.
It was awesome.
Yep.
It was awesome. All right. Do you have a praise and worship band? No, we don't have a band yet.
But we do have the singers. What do you call them?
Oh, okay. So we have a group of volunteers called the Songbirds that, so the acoustics. The acoustics are phenomenal.
And we didn't plan for acoustics in this thing, man. It's just solid wood and 3 different types of wood.
It lends itself really well to acapella.
Oh, it's just gorgeous. We've had a couple of local churches ask us if they can come with their what do they call it? The gospel singers?
Yeah, with their choir.
With their choirs and practice in there. The sound is so, so beautiful.
Yeah, it's awesome. All right. And then why watch? Haven't you been lied to enough? Because you know why? This is a fair question, right? Why watch? Because it hurts. Like, why get a root canal? Well, because I want to watch so that nobody can tell me what happened.
Yeah.
Because then I am subject to the sound bite. And sound bites are really easy. And
they're manipulative. I mean, and boy, do they bash Trump with a lot of those. They'll take 3 or 4 words way out of context and beat him over the head. And 90% of our population is uneducated and they don't pay attention and they believe it. Yeah. I don't even blame the people in this country. This is weapons grade propaganda, not just on their side, but on my side. I know I've got belief systems that are a little messed up.
I'm convinced I'm right, and they're convinced they're just as right as I'm convinced that
I was convinced that George W. Bush was the greatest president in history. Now I can't stand that guy. There's the guy that brought the Patriot Act, and I believe is just the beginning of the destruction of the country. So no one person can save us. Only God can save us. And the truth is, his son already came and he already did. So there's nothing to worry about.
I don't know what there's nothing to worry about. Don't
prepare. Me, just prepare. Yeah, read the Bible.
Don't tell me like, oh, isn't this wonderful? Because it's like, no, it's not. It's kind of okay. Glad to be viewing while we're still. I know. Yeah, you're here. Oh,
there's Pat. Hey, Pat, enjoying the live stream, John. My heart has been heavy too. Yeah.
Good
praying messaging. For peace, good messaging. God is our only hope.
Agree completely.
100%.
Agree.
So why worry? And how does God want us to act with each other? Do we think we're going to convince somebody of something that have these deep seated belief systems? We're going to convince them by yelling at them or arguing with them? No, we got to act like Christ as best we possibly can. Be the people that we want to live with.
Yeah.
Right. And it rubs off on people. They want what you have. You know what I mean?
If you have, yeah. Oh, murder hornets. That's what they're called. They're not killer bees.
I never heard of a murder hornet.
There was a murder hornet at the hall. You missed it. Okay, more camping videos. Thunder Canyon has to be beautiful in the fall.
Gorgeous.
See, now this doesn't bother me when someone says, oh, I bet it's really beautiful. I'd love to see more of that. You know what I mean? I like that.
We can't win, Kelly. I mean, when we do videos
about RVing, they're like,
just read the comments. Whatever we do, it's wrong. We shouldn't do it. What is wrong with us? Yeah.
Whatever we do is wrong.
And again, going back to where we were before we come off the road after buying Thunder Canyon Camp Gratitude and building the RV Odd Squad here, we had it made. We were getting paid to travel the country.
I know.
But my heart started praying for discernment, and I asked God to lead me, and he did.
Yeah.
And so my obedience is always there first. And what he's doing at this place, guys, we don't have employees here at Thunder Canyon Camp Gratitude. We are all members.
It's crazy.
We all help. We all pitch in. It's what a community is supposed to be.
Yeah.
And when you come here and you feel it, there's no words for it. I guarantee you, there's no words for it. It's pretty cool.
It's really cool.
Everybody serves each other. We help each other.
Well, God bless you, Gary.
We got a new member, Gary Jones. Welcome.
Yeah. And then Murray Mazza.
Hey, Murray Mazza. Thanks for the support. We love you.
Yeah. Okay. Been watching redacted videos. Everyone should go down the rabbit hole. No, we shouldn't. Well, I don't know. We kind of should because we have a responsibility to, but we can't do it too much. So whatever the balance is for you. Where did these liberals come from? I don't know. I'm trying to get my husband to bring me there. Well,
remember, most of these people are sick. You can't really, I mean, they believe what they think.
God bless you, Miss Thunder Canyon. You need to come back, Dennis. You do.
We miss you, Dennis.
Yeah, well, you need to come back.
We've made so many friends here, you guys. And now people are coming back for the 4th, 5th, 12th, 20th time. And it's like seeing family members again. You know, time takes time. Mm-hmm. People will come for one time and, you know, we're busy. But when they start coming back again and again and again, it's like having family come in to visit.
Oh, yeah. Okay. What does it cost for a 1 month stay? Totally depends on the site you pick.
Yep. Go to the website, thundercanyoncampground.com.
Go to the website, thundercanyoncampground.com.
Everything you need to know, including most questions that are asked.
Yeah. All right. I wish you guys were back in Florida. Sometimes I do as well, but not right now.
Not right now. We'll be wishing we were in Florida around February.
I know. We love watching your journey. Inspirational. Well, thank you.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
Yeah.
We are who we are. We're not professional actors, and we don't know how to be anything other than we are.
No,
so
we should go into acting. It would be really good.
We'd make more money probably.
Everything is great. I love everything.
If you guys don't know, we're horrible YouTubers. Most of the people that have the 24 and the 25 million views like we do, they do really well.
They do.
We don't. We chose, instead of going the money route and making ourselves the thing, we decided to build a community, you know, that believes in God, family, and country. And all that came about through a lot of prayer, a lot of meditation, a lot of digging into the Bible. So far, we are on the right track. I have no doubt we're exactly where we need to be. Although some days Mercedes has to remind me of that.
Yeah, right. And then Carl has been helping us with our Facebook group on what's it called?
I'm not a member of Facebook.
No, he's
Facebook kicked me out.
He's boycotting it. But for those of you that haven't boycotted
I think it's evil.
Carl put some pictures on there, which is cool. Okay, guys, help out Mr. Castillo. Good RV dealerships near LA. I guess he really needs them. So help
I'd say go to another state.
Help him out. I know. I was thinking about that too. Oh, Reagan was the greatest president.
He was, but he also gave, I mean, nobody's perfect, right? But he gave the pharmaceutical companies, what do you call that when they can't get sued?
Oh, immunity.
Immunity.
You know what else he did? It was under him when Bush was his VP that genetically modified food started.
That's correct.
So I'm actually not. That's the one thing I'm like, that was a miss.
Nobody's perfect, and remember, they don't represent us, the people, anymore. They have an agenda, and they don't serve us. They serve the money. They serve the wealthy people, and not just in this country, but all over the world.
Yeah. All right. So, yes, we do have a great sound system. I wonder how that happened.
It's really awesome.
Really divided. Got yelled at today at lunch in McDonald's because he will never vote for Trump. Well, I hope you yelled back louder. No, I'm kidding.
No, just smile at him. Be kinder to him.
I know. Then that'll really piss him off.
Michael Jensen, a new member?
Yay.
Hey, thanks, Michael. Appreciate the support, man.
Yep. Welcome. All right. So keep doing what you're doing. Well, thank you. Natalie, exactly. You may be the only sermon someone sees that day.
That's correct.
Well, I hope nobody saw me today because I was not a very good sermon. I was not. Yeah. Okay, this world is not safe. Let's watch out. Okay, that's Okay, the video of all of you guys in the water boats in the cave was good stuff.
We had fun.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun, Kelly. Remember, that's the first time we had traveled in a while. It's a lot of work to building a campground, especially with 270 acres. There's also a lot of work to a YouTube channel, and there's an awful lot of work to building a membership that has 1,500 members.
It's a lot.
There's a lot to do.
A lot of moving pieces.
Yeah, and so we just do one thing at a time, move through it, and so far we're right where we're supposed to be.
And then just a heads up, guys, we're about 4 minutes behind on the questions. Hello from Nova Scotia. I just had to give you some love because that is so wild, Just do you, and the good ones will hang around, the bad ones will disappear.
That's what's happening.
Yep, I agree completely. Yeah. Oh, Bill and Regina, we need to talk to you. I have an electrical question about the hall. Can you please talk to John? Can you please text John? He's been meaning to text you. Sorry. Yeah. I know this is not the right place for that.
But just remember, we also have 1,500 members that just want a 5 or 10 minute phone call.
But we actually need to talk to Bill.
I know. Yeah, I'm kidding.
He's not like the other ones that are like, I just need to talk to you for 5 minutes.
No, we miss you guys. You guys haven't been here in a while.
I know. Come on.
Come on back, visit.
What's up? The weather's perfect. All right. When I visit Thunder Canyon, I can bring my guitar. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, again, we pray for the right people at the right time to come. That's what we do to accomplish His will, not our own.
All right. Hello from New Hampshire. This is a funny comment. Start a Thunder Canyon, aka Villages, but with Christ. Yeah, I agree. Like, villages, but with.
Well, our church is not denominational. The chapel's non-denominational. We are from all walks of Christian life, and we do disagree about certain things, but we always show love and respect to each other. And we can debate with love.
We try.
We try.
Sometimes
there's been no battles in the chapel so far.
No, that's true. The chapel has been good.
Yeah.
All right.
We sold the chapel out on Easter. It was wonderful. But we filled it, and then
sold the campground out.
Camp. Oh, it was so awesome. It was so awesome. And then every week it grows a little more.
I know. It's really exciting.
So we've had up to 35 people in there on a Sunday, which is just.
It's perfect.
Blows my mind.
We're sitting in a circle and all talking.
Yeah.
I mean, one at a time, not all at the same time. Expecting hurricane rain. Yes. And we just found
we're looking forward to it.
We just found that out like 3 hours ago. We were so.
Yeah. Bubba, he's like, hey, you hear there's a hurricane coming tomorrow. We're like, really? There's a hurricane coming?
Yeah.
And so, we're all locked down. We're ready for it. We need the rain. There's been a horrible drought here in Ider this year. Well, northern Alabama.
Yep.
This whole part of the country.
Oh yeah.
Horrible drought.
Yep. All right. John Mercedes are exactly the same. Well, thank you. I'm much better looking in person. That's the only difference. All right, Murray, you should call Thunder Canyon 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. All right. I appreciate your story and that you share it with us. Thank you. Buy used RVs with a strong repair record. Yes. What does MAHA mean? Make America
healthy again. Bobby Kennedy.
Oh.
I mean, I don't agree with every. I'm not gonna go off on a tangent. So go ahead.
Okay. GMO food.
Love Bobby Kennedy. I don't like a lot of things he believes in, but I believe that he loves God.
Yeah.
And he prayed to help as many people as he can, and I think he's going to do it.
And I think that the GMO Make America Healthy Again is something we're kind of working on too behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Because it's just we need something. Okay. Yeah. Whatever you do, William, don't go to Camping World. Or Gander or another company owned by Camping World.
Stay away from Camping World.
Welcome from Florida.
Dan and Peg from Michigan, currently in Florida. Ooh. Hey, Dan.
Hey, Tim. Welcome.
Hey, Tim. Hey, thanks, bro. Yeah. Appreciate that.
Yep. Okay. What RV dealerships are good in Arizona? William, you're.
We don't like many of them, guys. We bought from one RV dealership. It was Camping World. It was probably the biggest mistake we've made in our RV life. All of it.
Yeah, that one was the worst.
That was a bad decision. So we steer people away from there. We love mom and pops. We don't like these big chains.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're into selling rigs and not giving you support when you need service.
But they're great to sell them.
Yep. Don't buy a new warranty ever, and stay away from Camping World. And just do your research. Mm-hmm. Go in and look at the reviews. Do your homework.
Okay, so did you get a Space Force flag? Yes, but it's not up yet.
It's not up yet.
We got the flag.
But we got the Space Force flag.
It's one of the things we still have to do. Yep. Oh, Brian from South Dakota.
Hey, hello. Brian.
Oh, Nebraska. Hello. All right, greetings from Tennessee. Come on, chatters, smash the thumbs up. That's right, Scott.
Yeah, we need thumbs up.
You tell United Kingdom Cornwall. Wow.
Cool. Man, what the heck is happening in Britain?
Yeah.
You guys have lost your minds over there.
Well,
I mean, and we've got
maybe not you personally.
Well, I'm talking about them, right? We're about 3 to 5 years behind Europe right now, right? So they've let in millions and millions and millions of people, and it's changing their culture. Their cultures are dying. And right here, we've let in anywhere from 15 to 20 million, depending on who you ask, of new people in our country just in the last 3.5 years. And now the other side wants them to vote, which you should be an American citizen to vote, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Remember, we have God on our side, though. Whatever's going to happen, we're going to get through it.
Okay. Yeah. There's a button that you pick that it does automatically renew, but you get an email telling you a week before.
Yep. It'll warn you when it's going to renew. All
right. Do you allow tent camping? Another great question for the website.
Yes.
Or you can call 9 to 5, Thunder Canyon.
We have
Central. We have volunteers managing the phones.
We have volunteers managing the phone, guys.
Yep. All right. That's the church non-denominational forgiving people that has truly found godly love. Oh, awesome. All right. Yeah. The biggest commandment. Okay.
I mean, that's the most beautiful commandment there is. Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Chapel,
love one another.
Yep. Chapel is neutral ground. All disagreements settled by a much higher authority.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We arm wrestle to the death. No, I'm kidding.
It's actually pretty cool with the community we're building, because we just got to learn how to get along as brothers and sisters.
I know. And you know, you don't always get along with your siblings, but you still are family.
We just finished last night. So we do Sunday chapel at 10 o'clock, and then we do a Tuesday night,
Bible study.
6 o'clock Bible study. And we just finished Acts, and we started Acts on Pentecost. That's when we started Acts, and we just finished it last night. Now we're going into Ephesians and Galatians. And so, again, those Bible studies are growing and growing and growing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then when you see the same people every week, it's kind of nice, because then it's like a continuation, all right. Arkansas, Michigan. Wow. Don't go to Galpin. Well, thank you. Just don't send us a place to go rather than a place not to go. Thumbs up, everyone. Yay. Philly. Wow. Philly.
Come on, Philly. Come on, man. We gotta come up with 10% to beat the cheat.
Yeah.
That's going to happen in Pennsylvania. They're going to cheat with 10%. So we got to roll them.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. There's a lot. Okay. You guys are talking amongst yourselves, so put questions in caps.
That's the other cool thing about Thunder Canyon. When you come here and you'll meet friends, you guys will stay in touch for years and years and years afterwards.
Yeah. Do you have accent? No, we do not. At all. At all.
Yeah.
Excuse me, here I'm talking. That's so funny. If the live is
sound familiar?
Yeah. No dunk tank. You know why no dunk tank? Because you have to order the dunk tanks really far in advance in the summer months. They're readily available right now that it's going to get cold, but the summer they're all taken. Okay. Oh, this is a side conversation. Hello from Northeast.
Hey.
Okay.
Hide your cats.
Yeah. Hide your cats.
Hide your cats.
Hello from Sarasota.
Hey, Sarasota.
Actually, Carolina by way of Philly. Okay, cool. Are we caught up? Yes, we're caught up.
We caught up. Well, we just got one more. Let's see what this one is. I absolutely love your content. Think you both are awesome. Someday I would like to make it down and meet you. We'd love if you come and visit. I hope you continue putting out the content, putting out the videos. You are. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that.
We really appreciate that.
Because some of these, I guess it just depends who you
cancel.
I guess it just depends who you ask. And I get it. We all have our preferences, but if I don't like something, I just don't watch it.
Oh, boom. Thank you, Marty Carricker. Marty Carricker has been with us too long. I mean, the poor guy, he was at our first Paloozas when we met Marty.
Sorry, Marty. And it was on 9/11.
We've known Marty 5 years. It was 9/11, 2020. Exactly.
But we met him in 2019 before. But yeah, and we had... Yeah. Wow. Marty, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Marty.
He's a glutton for punishment.
Oh, man.
But thanks, buddy. We love you, Marty. We truly do. You and your beautiful wife.
Yeah. I hope you and Amy can come back. One of these days, you guys are going to come back in an RV that you own, because they've rented. Well,
the more I study the Bible, the more I realize that everything happens for a reason in God's world.
Even the bad things.
Yeah, the world is run by evil, but God is sovereign. God has ultimate authority. and digging into different chapters in the Bible, he appoints some pretty rough people to do things and accomplish his will. And it's happened throughout history. History repeats itself over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Story.
No, man.
That's so true. It's so true. All right. Are there hot springs near you? I don't know.
Don't think
Kelly,
so.
How about you Google it and let me know? Because I love hot springs and I have not seen one in a while. Twin Cities, Birmingham. That is very, very cool. Beth, Mike's ready to throw away another balloon. Oh, water. We threw water balloons at John. Wait, there was a question. Oh, Auburn, Georgia.
Yeah, that's
hello
pretty close.
And welcome. New Hampshire.
What's this
one?
Oh,
wait, this one? Okay, John, the more I watch you, the more I see. I know, that's
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
his hands are full with me. I'm a slow learner.
I agree with that.
But I do feel like I'm improving slowly but surely.
Yeah. Diana, thank you.
Hey, thanks, Diana.
Thank you. All right. Don't forget the battle is won. You know, Teresa, I really hear you and I believe everything that you're saying. The challenge is that it doesn't feel really good. Does that make sense?
Well, it's not that we're worried. We're not worried for ourselves. We're worried for our kids. You know, it's hard. For me anyways, I worry about my kids. I'll be fine, but I do worry about what the future looks like for them. But again, God has already won, and all I can do is just share as much experience as I can with them and live in a way that they can maybe try to emulate the way I'm living.
Because it's what you do, not what you say, ultimately, that kids follow. And you learn that really quickly. You learn that one real quickly. But I just think that, you know, like really getting that information from here to your heart. Does that make sense? That's takes a while. Oh, Glendale, Arizona.
Tom and Bonnie. Hey, guys. How are you? Are we there yet?
Okay.
Are you there yet?
Just the hair. Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Gosh, I can't imagine you when you were like...
I take no credit for it. Honest to God, I take no credit for it.
Yeah.
I hurt myself more often, but God's slowly changing me, just making big mistakes and trying to help as many people as I can. Try to be kind.
Well, and the competition isn't with others; it's with
it's never between me and them. It's always between me and him.
And the only comparison really is, you know, it really does rob us of so much joy. But I do think it's okay to compare myself today to myself yesterday. But I think anytime I try to compare myself to another human, I'm in deep trouble. But hopefully, when I look at yesterday, I see a little, just a little improvement. All right. How you handle evil reflects to others and encourages them.
It's so true.
It's I mean, 100% true.
Some very close friends of ours turned me on to the armor of God, and I had never looked at Ephesians before.
Yeah, the Ferruges.
The Ferruges, and I fell in love with it. But now I look at it different. I literally was like, Christians got to come together and fight. And the more I dug into the Bible, it's like, he fights our battles for us.
I mean, but
the sword is of the Spirit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, but it does say, there is a line where Jesus says, you know, if you need a sword, like there's a part where he talks about an offensive weapon, but it's not because that's what they were expecting too. Like the disciples were expecting him to be a political revolutionary, just like we're expecting a political big change. And, you know, gosh, I think history might repeat itself. Okay. What do you do for Halloween? Sage is sometimes the only kid and she dresses up and she gets candy.
If you have kids, try to,
you know, she dresses up and everyone gives her candy, but we don't really, I don't know. We don't, Halloween is a weird one, you know?
Thank you, John. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah. Who's insufferable?
I don't know. Chris,
Who's insufferable?
Turn it off. All you got to do is turn it off. You don't like it? Turn it off.
I know. Is he talking about the debate? He's probably talking about us.
Oh, he's probably talking about us. Yeah, that's all right.
It's all about me.
That's nothing compared to some of the stuff we get. Somebody actually mailed us poop when we were talking too much about God once.
I think Chris was talking about the debate probably.
Probably. It was rough, but it didn't bug me.
Yeah.
It didn't bug me.
All right. Revolutionary is just not of this world.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. All right. I've been watching y'all nearly from the beginning. You lead by example. Well, thank you. Oh boy. Sometimes it's an example of what not to do. Sometimes you're a bad example.
We actually became famous by making just about every mistake you can make. And it's hard to believe we've been doing this for 6 years, 5 years.
Yeah.
5 years. 5 years we've been doing this.
Yeah. Oh, Natalie loves Ephesians. You know what
It's my favorite chapter.
But I don't get to. I don't. Eventually, I want to do a red letter study where I only look at red letters. And then I also want to do a Sermon on the Mount. I just that's a big one I want to do too. But I just want to. There's so much to kind of get into my brain that I think a red letter only read would be really good.
Yeah, look at Saul. I mean, God, that guy was brutal. Talk about evil and killing Christians, and
and then he
got the Holy Spirit and became Paul.
You never know.
You just don't know what God's working. That's why we there's only one judge, and we're not it. You know what I mean? And the more you start to relax and stay in that, the easier life gets.
Well, okay, but there's a line, right? Because when somebody gives me silver linings, it's really annoying when they say, "Oh, don't worry, it's all good," or like for example, when there's a death and someone says, "Well, don't worry, they're in heaven." Well, that doesn't fill the void. Does that make sense? So I don't believe in silver linings, but you're absolutely right as far as you really don't know how things that are horrible can be used for good. Mm-hmm. And if I look back in my life, real honest, sometimes some of the things that I thought were the absolute best have turned out to be kryptonite. And sometimes in some of the hardest times, I have been, right there in the palm of God's hand. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
What I thought was the best thing that could have happened to me was the worst thing that could have happened to me. What I thought was the worst thing that could have happened to me was the best thing that could have happened to me.
Exactly.
There's Evelyn Pug. Yay! Hey, Evelyn, how are you, sweetheart?
It's so good to see you.
We miss you, man. We're actually talking about starting another 40-40 pretty soon before Easter.
Yeah.
And we'll let you know. We'll send you an email what we decide to do. Yes. Look at that. That's James. James has been with us since the very beginning.
Yeah, but here's the thing about him. Remember, he was here when we drove on Thunder.
I know, he was here waiting for us.
No, but there was something about the way he looked at us. Because it was like he saw this place and the beauty and what it could be. But I swear, looking back at that memory, he was like, "Oh, you guys are so in for it. You don't even know. You don't even know." I think he saw it because he's like, "This is a lot of work."
Hey, Ed Mug.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
I do. Like he knew.
Yeah, there's been a lot of work here. Honest to God, if I knew the pain and suffering I would have to go through over the past couple of years to get where I'm at, I
don't know.
I can't say I wouldn't have done it.
Depends on the day.
First time in my life, and I've always prayed for thine will, not mine, be done. For the first time in my life, when God put this in my heart, I knew exactly what he wanted me to do. 56 years old. Yeah. I knew what he wanted me to do. And he wanted to come here and build this community, right? Thunder Canyon Campground, Camp Gratitude. And then he put the church in our hearts last year, and we knocked that out. He sent all the right people at the right time to get it done. We did it in 98 days. Yeah. And now that church is slowly growing and growing and growing.
Now the real church is being built.
But when we started doing that and getting that honest about our experience and what we were going through, right? That's when the attacks started to come. We were attacked. I mean, thousands of emails of hate and things mailed to us, and it was brutal.
Yeah.
But it's all worth it right now.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So do I get anybody else?
Yeah. And I think William's asking for places to buy an RV. The guy's shopping for an RV and he does not know where to go.
Nobody likes to recommend an RV dealership.
Part of this country, and I have yet to hear a good RV dealership, which says a lot.
I wouldn't tell you. I wouldn't, unless I bought myself and had a good experience. I would never tell you. I would recommend none of them.
Especially,
I would tell you to buy used. Buy used. Don't buy anything new, especially right now.
I couldn't tell you. Well, like my friend's mother's neighbor's dog had a good experience. You know what I mean? Like if you don't know him personally, you can't say anything. All right, being persecuted.
40 years of marriage.
Wow.
Devotional. Yeah. That's awesome.
That is really
What's your first name, Hearthman? 1159.
Yeah. All right.
That's one of the reasons it's taken us so long to get to know the RV Odd Squad. They got these strange names as YouTube channels or headings, and we don't know.
Yeah, like Pink Pants 72.
I know.
Like I don't know who Pink Pants is.
I know Joy Garrett. She's commented. God bless you, Joy. Thank you for the support, the love, and the prayers.
Oh, Bob. Okay.
Let's see. Here, you do it.
No, Bob. I'm just letting you know.
Hey, Bob.
Name.
Hey, Bob.
You asked him his name.
Hearthman. We'll look for you next time. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Let's see, Renee.
I think she's talking to someone else. It's hard because there's
people are having conversations in here,
which is actually one of the cool things about this place is that people find friends here that they, that they really, really, really connect with.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, that's one of the blessings of. I mean, we don't like YouTube and what they've done to us. They've crushed us. But what we do love is the algorithm because we are who we are.
They do.
And we share, we attract people that are just like us.
The right people.
So the algorithm actually picks the people we want to get because we're real. We just tell you what we think. We show you the softness and the rough edges, the hard edges, and the soft edges.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at that. How are your chickens doing? Let's have...
Oh, it's going to go chicken now, huh?
Let's have a lot of conversations about chickens right now. I'll tell you each individual chicken and how each one's doing.
Mercedes loves her chicken. And
I do.
I got this chicken named Charlie, you guys, who's my buddy. I pat him. I feed him every day. Cool. I've got 8 ducks that swim around in the chapel, in front of the chapel. I love going. It's one of my highlights of my day is going down to feed them every day because they see me coming on my side by side and now they're eating out of my hand, which is pretty cool.
It takes, when the animals start to trust you and they get closer to you, that's really, really cool. That's really, really cool.
So we are at 1 hour, 2 seconds.
Yeah. I think it's time to, hey kids, it's great to see you both. You called me a kid. Thank you.
Who?
Chris McCown.
Chris McCown. He's been with us a while too.
Thank you.
Hey, Chris.
I love being called a kid. I love that. I love that.
So pray for our country.
Yeah.
Pray for our leaders. Remember, we've already won, guys. There's dig into the Bible, start reading it. The more I'm focused there, the less my mind wanders on things, and the less fear I have.
That's the solution.
I was full of fear just a year ago, full of fear, and I've never read the Bible like I have in the last year. And I'm really starting to feel it in the closeness of my Creator and the Holy Spirit. So,
well, I want to thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you, Nancy.
Live. Y'all have a wonderful evening.
Author Leslie.
Oh, hey.
I don't want to say goodbye to everybody.
I know.
Small group.
I know.
So one of the things that we're struggling with, you guys, is if you are on our email list, you are the only ones who get notifications. YouTube typically doesn't send out notifications for us anymore.
They won't tell you.
We used to get, let's say we'll get 300,000 a month right now, right? Views, 300,000 a month. 290,000 of those are from us, the people we email.
Like we had to tell you personally.
YouTube doesn't tell anybody because they don't want to put our content in front of somebody that might, especially during the election right now. They do not want our content. It's like you guys are seeing leftist ads on our videos.
What does that tell you?
What does that tell you? They're putting their stuff in front of people, but they don't want to put our stuff in front of people because every single vote is going to count. But there's Linda. Hey, Linda, did you get my text the other day?
Yeah. You better keep your dog safe.
I said, hide Honey. She's got a cat named Honey, and she's up in Ohio.
A dog named Honey.
A dog named Honey.
But it's the size of a cat.
Oh, that's why. I thought it was a cat.
No, it's not a cat.
All right. Well, I'm getting old. I forgot.
It's too nice to be a cat. Honey's way too nice to be a cat. All right.
All right. God bless you guys. Yeah. One more time, Natalie. Hit those thumbs up if you can.
Yep. And have
one more time.
Evening, y'all.
There it is.
Stay safe.
Stay safe. Love you guys. God bless.
Bye, guys.